Alright, so this is, I think it's going to be, oh my god. Okay, so this is going to be our second work session. I think I'm going to try to keep it an hour work session. What I'm going to try to do is when I wake up, I do an hour, and then before I go to bed, I do an hour. Just to make sure I'm getting my work sessions in. Okay, so we're working on removing the debug controls from the Molans game. However, and I don't know why none of these scenes make any goddamn sense anymore. However, as we're kind of working on this, what the fuck? I don't even have my screen on this. The scene is called Don't Dox Me. Then we have full camera. Then we have Discord convo, and then we have camera. None of these make any fucking goddamn sense. None of these actually make any... Okay, I'm gonna just delete this one. I'm gonna delete this one. Okay? The one that says camera, that makes no goddamn sense. I'm deleting this one too. Okay, this one here, Don't Dox Me. I guess. Let's rename this to rename only camera. Only camera. This one is called full camera. Sure. Okay. Let's do a new scene. Bottom monitor. Alright, we got some sound. And then let's go do display capture. Botmon. Create new bottom monitor. And then let's go find that bottom monitor. Alright, let's go find that motherfucking bottom monitor. Is that the bottom monitor? I don't fucking know. They both look the fucking same. Okay, there's the bottom monitor. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go find the source code for Molans. R flag means fun, games, and then there's a Molans, or R flag. R flag means fun, games. Okay, and then we have Molans in here, and we have the game save version that I worked on. We're gonna go open up this YYP project. And then also in scripts, while we're waiting for that, Konami Code Listener. We're going to go open up that. We're going to open up the GML file. And so what we're going to do is we're going to remove the debug controls, but we're going to allow to turn them back on somehow. And we're going to allow to turn them back on by using the Konami code and some type of phrase. And in order to do that, we have to figure out how the fuck to create an array in GameMaker language. Not only that, but it needs to be an array that can detect key presses. So I don't know how we detect key presses in GameMaker. I don't know if we can mix types in GameMaker and how we're going to have an array of types that represent keystrokes. Like, I know how we do this in C code, and that's the crazy thing, right? The crazy thing is that GameMaker is a higher level language than C, but there's part of it that I feel like there's a lot of things about higher level languages that just seem like it makes it harder to do things, not easier to do. I don't know if anyone gets what I'm laying down, if people think that I'm fucking crazy. And it's like, why is there a fucking red squiggle here? The type struct appears where the type instance.id is expected. Yeah, but that fucking worked, right? That fucking worked. Global is a struct. Yeah, this works. What the fuck? So, the IntelliSense is kind of telling me that this doesn't fucking work, but we know it fucking works. What the fucking hell, man? Okay. So, let's go. We got a little tab here. Okay, let's close this. I bet there's thirst accounts. But is it against the terms of service? Not a thirst account.
I'm just here to
Slightly political, though. Okay. So, we're gonna go, we're just gonna ask ChatGPT. That's gonna be our fucking tutor today. So, I just want to know, I want to create an array of key codes in GameMaker for GML, GameMaker 2 GML language. Show me. Right? So, like, how do I make, like, an array of key codes, right? Okay, so key codes. Okay. So, we have, like, ORD. Okay, cool. VK left, right, up, down. That actually has everything I need, right? Okay, so we're going to go steal this code. Okay, copy that. Now I have this on another screen. Usually I don't fucking do this, but you know what? You know what? Let's do it so you actually see what the fuck I'm doing here, right? Okay. So, this is our one-time initialization. Don't do anything if, you know, our Konami code listener member variable object thing exists. And inside of this listener object, now do we, we don't actually need a listener object. Do we, whatever, let's just do it. Okay. So I'm going to have a member variable secret phrase equals okay, and reload, and let's close this before this keeps on asking us to reload all the time, and that's fucking annoying. How do you get a character from a given index in a string in GML? Right. Okay, str_at. Okay. Okay. Oh, and that's not how you do it, right? You do it like this, right? And then next read index. And how do you declare a variable? Var. Okay, so this string equals this dot secret phrase. Okay. Global dot Konami code listener dot secret phrase, right? Now I already had the M that lets us know it's a member variable, so I don't know if we want to do global. That feels more off center. That feels more asymmetrical. So I'm gonna say that this feels more balanced. Global dot this dot that secret phrase, right? Okay. Do you just want to call it SP for secret phrase? Sure. Okay. So before we do anything more, right? Why don't we just try to make sure this still runs, right? Reload. Yes, please reload. We just want to know that it doesn't crash, right? Like, have we done something catastrophically horrible? I don't know, man. I mean, we're going to find out, right? Also, we're streaming. Yeah, we're streaming. Cool, cool, cool. So we're going to just run this, and we're just going to make sure that I know we only added a few lines, but let's just make sure that it doesn't fucking crash because we don't know what we're doing, right? We don't know what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing. We write JavaScript. We write C code. We write Bash script. We don't write GML, but we're going to learn. One time initialize, and then, okay. Okay, so it's still running, right? It hasn't crashed on us. That's all I wanted to know, because I'm fucking paranoid. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to get the character at this index here. And every single time we invoke this listener, we want to next read index. We want to do current character equals string.char@. Let's go var dex. let's put it in order, right? So var dex equals global dot m konami code listener dot. Do you want to take a temporary for that? Like call it KCL. So like if you go var, right, var, oh my god, var KCL equals global.m Konami code listener, right? We just call it Konami code listener. And then instead of doing this, it's just like KCL dot secret phrase. And then this index right here, we can call KCL dot the next read index. Okay. And then we can align some of this stuff. Okay, and then CHR, let's call it CHR, char at. And we're gonna take the character at, so we have the secret phrase. And how the fuck does this work? String and an index. Okay, so there's gonna be a string, secret phrase string, and then we're gonna use this index, and this index is 0, right? And this message here, it works, right? We know this is working, so do nothing. One-time initialize, we're kind of confident that this is working as well. So let's get rid of that as well, right? Let's get rid of that. We're confident that that's working. However, let's take it and put it over here, right? Let's put it over here. Show message. And I just want to do CHR, right? I just want to see what happens. Like, can we... If we do this, we want to be able to see the first character of the secret phrase, which should be S, right? Okay, reload. Okay, play. So now if I press any key, I should just keep on seeing an S, an S, an S, and an S. Let's see what happens. Okay. Also, I'm kind of cold. Cannot use function script within, cannot use functions as script name for a variable using CHR. Cannot use functions as script name for a variable using CHR. 24. Oh, CHR. Function CHR. Oh. Oh, I see. It's a special function. It's a keyword. It's a reserved word. Got it. It's a reserved word. Oh, we're fucked. Okay. Got it. Got it. It's a reserved word. So character, I'm going to be even more terse. Index. Secret phrase. KCL, Konami code listener. Right? Konami code listener is this. The Konami code listener is this. The secret phrase is this. The index is this. And we get this character, and then we print this character. Save that. Okay. So now, reload. And then stop, and then Control S, and then play, right? And so now we want to see a S. We just want to see a capital S because we're getting it out of the secret phrase. And I'm going to change that secret phrase off camera. Like once I got this working, I am going to change the secret phrase. By the way, so don't think you got any insider information. There we go. There's an S. Cool. Okay. So now what we want to do is we just want to work on typing this secret phrase, right? So we want to be able to get the current character that's being pressed, right? Okay. So let's quit this. And reload, stop. Okay. How do I get current key that is pressed in GameMaker GML. Keyboard last key or keyboard key functions. Okay. So what is keyboard last key? Let's go copy that. This variable refers to the value that keyboard key was in the previous frame, returning the key code of that key. All standard key code constraints are returned. This variable is not read-only, and you can change it. For example, set it to vk no key if you handled it already. Okay. Mm-hmm. And what was GPT doing here? Okay, fair enough. They kind of just ripped that off of the documentation. Okay, so let's just steal this. Let's steal this code. And then, let's say var L equals last key pressed, right? And then if keyboard is not equal to virtual key no key, let's change that style. I'm gonna start doing kind of like the Egyptian brace style because that's what I use. It's more compact. And I'm just gonna say oops, so this thing right here. Keyboard last care. Okay, hold on here. Okay. What is last care? On Xbox GDK, this variable will not contain any input. Uh-huh. That's kind of weird. Fine. I'm not going to do this part, though. I'm not going to do this part in case, because this could interfere with stuff Josh writes. Right, that could interfere with code that Josh writes. Let's not do that part. Like everything else, I kind of get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. But this part here seems like it could be disastrous. So I'm not going to do that part. Now this str plus, obviously, we're not going to do the str plus. We're going to do this, right? And then we're just going to go L. Okay. So now let's go back over here. Reload. Okay. Control S, play. So now we're going to play this. And I'm going to press, I don't know, the T key or something. I don't know, just a key that is not S. Okay? So I'm going to do the T key. Okay, so I have an S for the string that we're looking at index 0. Okay. Now I should see another message, right? Oh, did I make a pop-up for that? Oh, there's a T. There's our T. Okay, cool. All right. So now I realize that the secret phrase is, if we're going to do the comparison, it'd be easier if it's lowercase. But is there a to uppercase command? Because I'd rather just to uppercase both of them, right? That's going to be difficult, though. Okay. And then nothing for that. Okay. Well, first of all, L equals what happens if that's not a... Okay, so now let's play this for a second. So now I'm expecting a capital. But also I want to know what happens if I press something that, you know, an arrow. S and nothing. But it doesn't crash. It doesn't crash. That's the important part. Now if I do a K, what do I get? I get an S, and do I get a K? I do. Okay, cool. So... well, let's look at this code here. Okay. So I don't think that handling the arrow codes, I'll figure out how to handle arrows later. Let's just make a cheat code that you can type, right? So these two things, right? So if these are equal to each other, then what we're gonna do is this next read index goes up, right? But we have to access it, right? We have to kind of, you know, okay? And then what we're gonna do is this D equals okay. And Let's close this off. So the secret phrase. So I don't know what the actual... if this is going out of bounds, then okay, so first of all, if it's not a match, okay, so if this is not a match, what we're gonna do is that this right here, oops. We're gonna reset this to 0, right? So next read index is initialized to 0. And if we don't have a match, then we reset that back to 0, right? Otherwise, we increment this. And then D is the next read index, right, off of this object. And if this is the same object, then if the same object, okay. So this index right here, let's get the length of a string. How do we get the length of a string? Okay, escape here. Okay, let's stop this. Reload. Okay. So how do we get the length of a string in GML? Is it like string length? Okay. So if D is greater than that, then and then we're also still going to have to reset that, right? We're going to set that back to 0. Okay, Konami code entered, right? So over here, we're just going to make a variable equals 0, right? At the very top. Konami code entered. And that'll be a 1 here if this happens. Next read index gets reset to 0. And so I'm going to go over here and I'm going to say if okay. And I'm going to comment this out right here. Okay, so if we do that, can we type the secret and get that to work? So let's go reload. Okay. Okay, so let's run this. I could have made a syntax here. I'm kind of paranoid right now. I'm kind of very carefully, slowly programming. Wrong number of arguments to show error. Oh, yes. Show error. We have a bug. We need a 1 here. reload, stop, save, run. Okay, so okay, so here we are, and so we can use the controls. Now the question is, if I type secret s, why are we here? Is there a breakpoint here? Did I accidentally put a breakpoint here? What the fuck is going on? Is S a debug key? Is S a debug key? I don't know what... Okay, so we know that we've pressed T before and nothing happened, so, you know, let's just make... Maybe S is a debug key, alright? That seemed kind of weird. Okay, let's press T. Okay, what about S? Okay, what about, K? Okay, what about J? Okay, but if I press S... Okay, so something about S is some type of debug thing going on here. Okay. So, if that's true, then once we enter debug mode, right? Then if we enter debug mode, then there's no going back. Right, there's no going back. If we want to do this, there's no going back because of how that's working. But it does seem that somewhere there is a... Somewhere there is... Okay, well, if we know that, let's call it bacon. Our secret code will be bacon, right? Let's not worry about that right now. We just know that the S key is some type of debug key, right? And chances are we might hit some other debug codes, but let's just try bacon, right? We know S is off limits for whatever reason. And we'll figure that out later. But if I type B, okay, what about A? Oh, that's volume. C, O-N, bacon? No. So it looks like A might have been some type of debug key as well. That's kind of what that looks like. Oh god. Can't press escape anymore. Okay, Windows... Okay, we're just stuck now, huh? Oh my god. Okay. So... let's stop that. Okay. So why don't we start writing down some possible debug keys. Right? So the A was causing us trouble, right? Let's go reload, right? Stop. Control S. So it seems like we went B and then we went A and then it was like, ah, right? So so if we want to test with like a secret phrase, it doesn't look like it can have an A in it either. Okay? So now, if we go B, right? If we go B, I don't see any problems. Also, where the fuck is our volume? Okay, well, maybe it would help if I didn't put my headphones on when sound's not coming through them, right? Okay. Okay. So, if I do B. Okay, but if I do A, something weird happens, right? Okay, so let's escape. Okay. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. I thought I changed this to bacon, and I'm losing my goddamn mind. I'm guessing that we gotta be really careful with doing this because we're gonna lose progress, right? Like, we're gonna be like doing stuff, and then Game Maker is gonna fucking revert it, right? And be like, alright, yeah, so you changed this thing that's not fucking open, right? Fuck you, Game Maker. Okay. So let's say, the secret code is YOLO. Okay, let's save that. Reload. Okay, stop. Okay, save, play. Okay, so the secret code is YOLO. So let's see what we can do here. Okay, so Y-O-L-O. Nothing. Okay, losing my mind. So why don't we show these messages again? Oh, we don't want to change it here. We don't want to change it here, though. We want to change it here. Okay, reload. So if we play this, my guess is that the event is firing more often than it should, right? Why? Okay, there's a Y. There's a Y. Okay. And if we get the same key, right? So C and L are the same thing, right? The next read index goes up, right? The next read index goes up. Okay. Is that actually working? So if that was actually working, because maybe that's not working. So stop. Just fucking stop, man. Okay, so if we run this, we know it's yellow, right? So let's press the N key, I think. Yeah? The T key seems to be okay. The T key seems to be safe. So why don't I press the T key, right? So I press the T key. We get a Y and a T, okay? Now the next time we press this, we don't want Y, we want the O, right? I press this, I still get a Y and a T. I press this, I get a Y and a T. Okay, so that's not good. Now the question is this not happening, right? This not equal to this. Like this comparison, it's like, fuck you, right? I don't know for sure, right? So we're going to figure that out. So this is the case I want. And we're just gonna say, same. There's a possibility that this object is just getting a reset at every goddamn frame or something. Okay, so let's go, reload. Stop. Okay, save. Okay, let's run this. Okay, so now, okay, so if we press the T key, we get a Y. They're not the same. They're not the same, though. So, oh, yeah. They're not the same, therefore we wouldn't move forward. Of fucking course. So if we want to move forward, we gotta press Y. Of course. Jeez, what's wrong with me? Okay, so let's press a Y. Okay, so they're the same. Okay. Okay. And then if I go O, I get a Y and an O. Not the same. But if I press a Y, I get same. Okay. And then if I press Y again, I get same. Okay, so that's bad because the next read index should have gone up, right? Because same. Unless we reset it. Somehow it's getting reset. So let's right, like maybe something's happening there. Right? I don't know. Reload. Okay. So now will we see a resetting index happen, right? Like if we run this, do we keep on getting the index resetting, right? Okay, so now if we press T, or actually Y, let's press Y. So they're the same. Y, Y. I don't see resetting index happening. Okay, Y, same. Okay, so does this object, is it just kind of like fuck you with this? Is this like a fuck you? Is it like, fuck you, I'm gonna make this over and over again, or? Okay, so let's go back over here. Let's reload. Let's stop. So is it getting reset? Like what's going on there, right? Because it doesn't look like that state is actually persisting. It looks to me like it ain't doing shit, right? So how are we gonna test that? Well, you know what? Okay, well let's press Y. Make me exist. That actually makes sense. For the first time, that actually makes sense, right? But if we press Y again, okay, same. Okay, so it looks to me like this index here, it's just not doing shit. And why isn't it? Is it my formatting? Does it just fucking hate my formatting? Is plus plus not a thing? Okay, there we go. Not supported by Game Maker language. Okay. I see. It didn't crash, but supposedly it's not supported, so... It looks like we can do plus equal 1, though. Right? Supposedly we can do plus equal 1. Okay. So, let's escape this. Okay, let's stop. Oh my fucking god! Okay, close this. Close this motherfucking thing. Do not fucking open it, okay? Am I opening it or am I losing my mind? Control S. Okay, let's play that. Yeah, am I losing my goddamn mind? Is it just, oh, this has changed, let me pop it up. Fuck you. Fuck you, Game Maker. Okay, so, if we do Y, what do we get? Make me exist, that makes sense, we get a Y. That other message, I don't know what's going on there. Okay, but now, Y, same, Y, okay, Y, same, Y. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Okay, so it looks to me, Y. Did I not press Y because this said O? Y. Okay. Okay, let's play that again. Cancel. Oh, wait. So, if I press Y, same. Okay, but if I press it again, if I press Y again, it's not the same, right? That shouldn't be the same. See, now we have O, right? YOLO. And then if we press this again, same. Okay, so in one case, if they are the same, next read index gets reset to 0. Otherwise, next read index, we go up 1, right? And if we run out of room, next read index also goes back to 0. And the Konami code is entered. Okay, so why don't we just try Y? Same. Okay. So I'm more confident that, you know, this part's actually working. The object's actually being created. I'm not losing my mind on that. The object is being created. So let's get rid of that. Okay, stop. Oh my fucking god. Okay. Okay, my timer's going off. Okay, so now if we press this Y, we get same, and they're both Y. That makes sense. Okay, but now it should be on the O, and if I press Y again, it shouldn't be the same. But I get same again. Y and Y. Oh, what the fuck? What about this? Now they're not the same. So I'll be right back. I gotta turn off my timer. But what the fucking hell? So the question is my logic wrong? Is my logic wrong, or is the key pressing not being as reliable as I think it should be? Like, why is it not working, right? Like, why is this not working correctly, right? And I don't know for sure, right? Is it my code? Is something being unreliable? Is something not working the way I expect it to be? Or is there actually a problem with my logic, right? Like, where is the problem, right? And I don't actually know yet. So if we press Y, right, they're the same. Okay, that makes sense the first time. But the next time, they shouldn't be the same twice in a row because we should have moved forward. Unless we're always moving forward, right? So... Okay. Okay, so if they're the same, I want to say show message. Next read index. Can we do that? Can we just add those together and that'll work? I don't know if that will, but let's try and see what happens there. Okay, stop. Reload. This is my life now. Reload, reload, reload. Fucking hell, I fucking hate this. Okay. Okay, so now, Y. Same. And, yeah, I don't fucking like that. I can't just concatenate like that, huh? Okay, abort. Okay, so that don't fucking work, right? So game maker language is basically a worse JavaScript. Okay, so now let's take a look at that. Okay, so now if we go Y, we press Y, we get same, next read index is 1. Good. Okay. So now if we go over here, and we press Y, they're the same again, next read index is 2. Press this again, O, and nothing about next read index. Y, they're the same, next read index is 1. Okay. If I press Y again, though, they shouldn't be the same. And the next read index is 2, right? So at index 1, unless the fucking strings are 1 indexed. Motherfuck. I bet they're 1 indexed. That makes sense, because you give it a 0 and it just goes up to 1, right? If you give it a 1, it just goes to 1. That would explain it. Oh my god. Three. GML uses one-based indexing. Index 1 gets the first character. So instead of crashing when I use a 0, it's just like, oh, we'll just take the first thing. Ooh, okay. Doorbell. Hey, how's it go? Oh, wait. Hey, how's it going? So, I'm doing GML code and I fucking hate it. I absolutely fucking hate it. Yeah, it's this GML shit is like a worse JavaScript. It's like a worse JavaScript. Oh my god, I fucking hate it. Now, the thing is that Josh is very effective at making really small finished games in GameMaker, because Josh is an artist, so he uses visual scripting. I'm losing my goddamn mind with this, because, like, as I write this code, right? As I write this code, I have to kind of think about, is my logic wrong, or is the way GameMaker does it just fucking stupid, and we need to know more about what GameMaker actually is doing, right? Oh, I fucking hate this shit. I want to flip a goddamn table. So what we're gonna do is, worst version of Java. Yes, it's like getting pinned down to the truck stop by Trucker Doug, but an even worse version. No, this is a worse. This is a worse JavaScript. I swear to God. Right. So we got some JavaScript-ish kind of stuff, but it's like think like JavaScript, but without the flexibility, right? Because the one thing that makes JavaScript nice is the flexibility, right? It doesn't have the flexibility. This is like JavaScript without the flexibility. Like, oh my god. You'll probably, yeah. The worst version is when Big Jim pulls up and you learn that you're going to be offering a buy one, get one free special. Okay, let's just fucking do this. We're gonna, I can't tolerate that kind of index shit. I've already kind of coded this in mind with, like, using zero-based indexing. So, you know, because we want to initialize to 0. Yeah, fuck this shit. So, where is... So I've been doing this on this monitor here, but this is very cramped, right? Because I can't see as much code. But I thought, hey, I would do this in a way where people can see what I'm working on for this stream, and I don't know how I feel about that. Here's the problem with kind of like streaming what you're doing, right? I have 4 fucking monitors, and I actually fucking use my goddamn monitors. And so when it's trying to like do a code stream, it's like, it's not the most, if I want to actually do the code stream in a way where people can see what I'm doing, or my work session, if I want to do my work session in a way where people can always see what I'm doing, well, I got 4 fucking monitors. That's not kind of easy to manage that. Okay. So here's our index, string length S. Where the fuck is our character? Let's go all the way back up here. C is for character, character at. Okay, this motherfucker right here. So let's change this to, I'm gonna make this all capital. F char at. Function F char at. And some argument, some other fucking argument, some blah, 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 wrapping this, right? We're going to wrap this. And what are the 2 parameters of this? This is 2 parameters, so we have the string and the index. Okay. So I'm just going to do S, string to get character within, okay? And then we're going to do D for dex, right? Now, maybe I should have used I for index, but too late. 0-based. Okay. And then this right here, all we're going to do is we're going to do the string, and then we're going to do the dex plus 1, right? And then we're going to do the character, var C for character equals this thing here, right? Okay. And just make a note that And then, assuming we can return the character. My main problem with this language is I already program in approximately 40 languages. Why am I adding another random language? Because it's yeah. I totally. Oh man, yeah, I totally get that, right? Where it's like having to, right? I'm not programming in this language because it's good, right? I'm programming in this language because I'm forced to, right? I get that. Yeah. Yeah, that's the problem with game engines, right? But not all the game engines. Not all the game engines have this problem. Like, I don't think all. Yeah. Like, okay, let me read a language manual, even though it doesn't do anything new that I care about. Yeah, it doesn't do anything new. It just does things in a really frustrating way. That's what it does. Okay, so we got this char@, function, and it's just a wrapper because the fucking indexing doesn't make any goddamn sense. And string char@, we're wrapping this. Here's the string. If we put a 0 in here, it ends up being a 1 because the first character to them, they think it's supposed to be a fucking 1. Holy hell. Okay. Maybe we'll line that up. So we're going to be a little bit less, we're going to be pretty sloppy with, we're going to be a little bit sloppier with our code when in the game maker stuff, right? So I am kind of like naming things. There's a little bit of my kind of Hungarian notation, but we're not being super kind of crazy with our variable names, right? We're kind of trying to write the variable names in a way where if Josh were to read the source code, he could kind of see what I'm doing, right? Make it less crazy. Because this is kind of a code that other people will look at, right? In my personal code, I will do whatever the fuck I want. And goddamn you if some random person is like, you should write your code this way. No, this is my fucking code. Now, when it comes to code that like other people are going to actually have to work with, then we do want to be a little bit more cooperative, right? And do things in a way where other people can make sense of it. That's fine. That's fine, right? I'm willing to compromise there. So this right here, char@, s&d. Okay, so if we have fixed that, let's go over here. And now every fucking time I modify that file, right? Because I don't want to use their integrated IDE thing because it's just going to slow me down. So now every time I got to go reload, hope I don't accidentally hit save, and then play. Yes, I do want to stop the current project before doing this again. Okay, so, also I have a 720p monitor, so these IDEs, these integrated development environments, they are way too fucking cluttered. They do not use the space efficiently. Okay, so I'm gonna press Y. What happens if I press Y? Okay, they're the same. Okay, next read index is 1. Okay, that all makes sense. Okay, let's hit OK, okay. So now, if I go back to the game, if I press Y again, they should not be the same because now the next read index is at 1, and my secret phrase is YOLO. So now if I press Y again, they should not be the same, and I should not get a message about them being the same. Okay, so there's an O, and I pressed Y. Okay, that makes sense. Now it should reset, right? Once I get a wrong key, it's going to reset back to the beginning. So now if I press Y, they should be the same. Okay, same. Next read index 1. Okay, cool. All right, so now I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to say, okay, they were the same, so I'm going to press O, because I know my secret phrase is YOLO. O. Same. Okay, next read index is 2. Okay, good. Okay, go back here. I'm going to press L. Okay, they're the same. Good. Next read index is 3. Cool. Looking good. Okay, and then O for YOLO. Same. Resetting index. Good. Next read index is 4. Didn't we just say resetting index? Let's go look at that. You entered the code. So I saw you entered the code, but the resetting the index. Okay, where's resetting the index? The message. Okay, so here's resetting the index. And then, maybe I had a cached version of that index, right? Because dex str, this D. Yeah, because this D right here, the next read index got reset. And this is a cache of that read index. So yeah, that would actually, yeah, my debugging code doesn't match, but that's fine. So it reset the index and it said, you entered the code. It all looks good to me. Like it looks roughly correct. So let's comment this out, right? Let's comment this out. Okay. And then let's comment this out. And we're going to be sloppy about this, right? We're going to leave little pieces here and there that I'm just commenting out. This is going to look more like what actual corporate code base looks like, in the sense that if you've seen corporate code bases, they have a whole bunch of random shit commented out here and there. They don't have enough comments. That's what this is going to look like. It's going to look more like that. Okay. So now, I just want to get to where I can... Oh, let's quit. I just want to get to where we can type the phrase. Let's go reload. I want to be able to type YOLO, and yes, I want to stop the current version, whatever. Okay, so now I think that at the menu, I want to just type YOLO. I don't want to see any other debug messages. I just want to be able to type YOLO. Okay, why? I still have some debug code in here, don't I? Yeah, these motherfuckers. Let's remove these. Right? We're confident that that's doing its thing, so let's remove that. Okay. Okay, then let's go back to GameMaker. Let's stop that. Let's reload. Annoying. Okay. So now, okay. So now if I go Y-O-L-O. Okay, so resetting index, you entered the code. Okay, cool. So the resetting the index, let's get rid of that. This resetting the index, that's fine. I'm going to comment that out though. Okay. Okay, so now we have you enter the code, and then we want to be able to turn the debugging on and off. Okay. And we've noticed, as we've been fucking around, that S and A are definitely some type of debug code. And, reload. Well, no, let's keep on doing this. Okay, so somewhere in all this shit, Josh has some type of debug code for the S key and the A key. I've noticed that something weird is fucking happening when we do that. So the question is, well, where the fuck did he put it? Well, is it in scripts? Like, where is it? There's a reset. Okay, so I see swipe start and I see swipe reset. So I'm going to guess that somehow, somewhere, Josh is making it so the S key, right? S for start, right? R for reset, I'm going to guess. That would be my logical guess. In our objects, do we have object game? Object game. Okay, so what do we got? We got 0 through 9. We have key press any, but I think key press any was me, right? Key press any is me. Yeah, Konami code listeners, key press any, because I'm going to make a special Konami code thing. I might not do the whole Konami code, because this is fucking difficult to just, like, right? To mix arrow keys and letters is going to be a little bit difficult. So I think even though I called it Konami code, it's just going to be some type of secret phrase that you type, and then the debug controls come back. So the question is, where the fuck? Somewhere Josh has created debug code. So I see bank is bank 0, whatever. Okay, and then 9 is giving us $1,000 worth of money. But where the fuck is that S key, and how the fuck am I gonna find it? Now I know Josh does like visual scripting, so I know there was weird shit happening with the HUD. So is there... So in OBJ menu, or OBJ title, OBJ menu, let's just look at it. Step. Is there any weird key shit? Look at this. This is so claustrophobic. Okay, key pressed. So I see something going on here. RM splash. And what is the key being pressed? Right? I know I kind of already was in here fucking around, I see. Escape. Okay. Mm-hmm. D. WASD. Oh, fuck. Of course. WASD, of course. WASD. That's why. Because I was noticing something with A and S. Of course, WASD. Of course. So it's not debug. It's not debug that's conflicting. It's WASD. Of course. Jeez. Okay. Of course. So the question is, if I do WASD, right? Can we actually get this to be recognized, or are we eating the keys? So this right here, I made sure not to do this right here, to not consume the key in case it conflicts with what Josh wrote. So let's go reload, right? So our secret phrase is going to be WASD, right? To see what happens there, right? So if we go play this, we know that, that's going to go different places in the menu, but will it still activate? So play, so W A S D. You enter the code. Okay. So okay, you know what? We can do it that way. There we go. Oh no, because we don't want to quit. So okay, so okay. So I'm going to put this back on. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to put this on another monitor, because now I think that I'm just going to make I'm gonna like make a code with the arrows, with the WASD. With WASD, we're gonna go. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I'm gonna do something with WASD. So maybe a little bit in one direction, and a little bit in the other direction. 3, 3. Up, down. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Okay, let's just try. Okay. Reload that. Okay, I'm gonna try a secret code. Trying a secret code. Okay, secret code. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we got a secret code. Part of that secret code is going to be obvious, though, right? Because, yeah. And then... Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna try something. Okay, so we're gonna go... Oh, okay, so maybe we shouldn't do it that way. We should do... Honestly, make it you flip back and forth enough times. Right? So if we go A, D, D... Go to the room. Go to the room. Palindrome! Okay, I'm gonna make a palindrome. Okay, let's try that again. Yes. And, yeah, it doesn't have to work perfectly, right? At the beginning of the game, you do this thing and it works, right? Okay, so... There we go. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay. That'll be our secret code, right? You go back and forth, you go back and forth enough times, and then that happens. Right? However, is that something that... We need to do it an unreasonable amount of times or someone's not going to do that, right? So... I'm going to make that a little bit longer. Reload. I'm going to make it a little bit longer. Just so that, like, no one in their right mind is going to do that. And it has to be done with the WASD keys, right? So, if I do it here, if I do it here with the arrows, it's not going to happen. Right? It has to happen with the WASD keys, right? So, but if we go... Do I have this wrong? I don't know what's wrong there. I'm gonna guess that there's something wrong with my code. And it's only gonna work at the very start of the game because I did something stupid. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that, right? Like, if it just only works at the very beginning of the game, that's fine. I don't fucking care. Okay? So, at the very beginning of the game, we're gonna go... Okay, I don't have this right. I don't have this right. That's what's going on here. So, if I go over here, I gotta go... Boom, boom. Let's go look at my code. Oh, shit. I see. My sequence is not correct. That's why. Okay. Let's stop this. Let's go reload. Okay. So now... Okay, so now if we go... Okay, so I screwed up a few times there. Okay, what the fuck? Am I not... Okay, so let's just... Okay, let's quit that. Okay. Okay, that looks correct. Okay, let's play this. Okay, so... Okay, so it's just, it's quite a lot of times, right? It's quite a lot of times, right? But that's okay because, you know, it is going to prevent, this from just randomly fucking happening, you know? Okay, cool. So we have to create some type of object that, we have to, maybe create a boolean inside of our Konami code listener that tells us whether or not debug is on. I think I would rather just do that than to make another object somewhere. And then we check to see if that object exists. And we only... Yeah, something like that. Okay, so, my food is beeping. So I gotta go check the stove again. And then, now we know that, now we know how we're gonna turn off those debug controls. So, cool. So, we're just gonna make, we're gonna go find the debug code here. And I think it's just like 0 and 9. I don't think it was like, I think it was just an object game. Josh just had like a 0 and a 9, right? And the 0 and 9, objgame.bank 1000. Okay, so yeah, we just have to objgame.bank is 1000 if it's 9, right? So 9, the 9 key leads to objgame.bank is 1000, and the 0 key zeroes it out, and then it does some other fucking shit. What is this other fucking shit? Last unlocked is... Okay. So we see objgame.bank equals 0, and then progress is 0, last unlocked. Okay. So if we do 0, so 0 is going to lead to objgame.bank equals 0, objgame.progress equals 0, and objgame.last unlocked equals 0, and objgame... Oh yeah, no, last unlocked is not 0. Last unlocked is RM02. RM02. And then current level equals RM01. Okay, that's fine. And if we press 9, we add 1000 to the bank. Reload. Okay, so looking at that, okay, so if we press 0, oh shit, it's all, bank is 0, progress 0, last unlocked. Okay, yeah, so all we're gonna do, objgame.bank equals 1000. And I'm pretty sure this stuff is supposed to be objgame as well. Because we see that over here, we see progress, we see bank here, but we see here, this is objgame.bank, right? So we'll make that, we'll figure that out later, right? So let's just, we're going to delete the event. Yes. Right here, we're going to delete this event as well. Delete event. Yes. Okay, then we're going to hit stop, and we're gonna Control S this. We're gonna save this. And what we want is that I'm gonna make a member variable in here called activated. Debug activated or something, right? And once debug is activated, you just can't fucking turn it off, right? We're not going to make this too hard. So read index, and then debug keys activated. Okay, right? Debug keys activated, all right? Once that's turned on, you can't turn it off. Okay? And so I want to keep this simple. Usually I don't do an early return. Okay, so if debug keys are activated, how are we going to do that? Well, we're going to do it right here, right? So we're going to go this Konami key object dot debug keys activated equals, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, right? Just some positive number. Debug keys activated, and then over here, you know, if we're greater than or equal to 1, then we're over here. And let's just say, and then let's make this easier. Let's make this, let's change this back to YOLO. And then let's go over here. Let's stop this. Reload. Okay, let's play. Okay. And then I'm going to go YOLO. Y-O-L-O. Okay, you enter the code. Hit OK. So now what I'm expecting is if I press any key, it's going to be debug stuff, and we're going to have to fix that, but I just want to see that it does it. Debug stuff. Yeah, okay. Cool. So now, let's hit quit. Right, we obviously don't want that to pop up every single time. But this debug stuff here is happening. That's cool. Okay. And I'm not 100% sure that this will work. But this right here, right, is if you press the 0 key, right? So, let's just consult the, my fucking god. Okay. Okay, it's just OR 0. Okay. I wasn't sure. Okay. So in our debug stuff that I just commented out, wherever you are, right here. Okay, so if OR OR 0, right? The 0 key. Okay. Show message. Okay. And then, actually not an else. Okay. So we're going to try that. We're going to reload that. And we're going to go play. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. So we're going to go play. And then what we're going to do here is we're just going to type YOLO. And we're going to then try the 0 and 9 keys. Okay. So if we type YOLO, Y-O-L-O, you enter the code. Okay, cool. Yes, I did. That is what I did. Thank you. Okay, so now if I press the 0 key, I see clear out the bank. And if I press the 9 key, I see give me money. Cool. All right, so with that, I'm going to hit quit. And I don't know if the way this is done is going to work. Because we know this is kind of what Josh wanted to do with the 0 key. So why don't we go steal this and just see what happens, right? So clear out the bank is this stuff right here. Is this actually going to work? I don't know. I think it should, but I don't fucking know, man. And then obj_game.bank equals 1,000 if we're in the give me money, right? So give me money. And that one would be pretty obvious if that works, so... Okay, cool. Alright, let's go reload. Okay, let's play this. So now, the easy thing we could do is just do the give me money, right? And that's the 9 key. The 9 key gives me money, right? Oh, because that would make sense, right? The bigger number gives me money, right? So, YOLO, YOLO. You've entered the code. Yes, I have. And give me money is definitely 9. Good. Okay, going over here. We're going to go to the bedroom. And then we're going to press 9, which is going to give me money. Right now my cash is 35. If I press 9, I see give me money. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to look at that again. Cash, 1,000. Yeah, we got fucking money. Yeah. We got all the fucking money. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay. We got the money. Okay, cool. Now, what happens if we do the 0 key? Okay, clear out the bank. Now, let's see what we got. Cash is back to 0. All right, cool. All right, so now that we kind of have that working, looks like it works to me. We're gonna obviously get rid of some of these messages, right? So we're gonna comment out, clear out the bank, and we're gonna comment out, give me money. And then what we gotta do is there was another phrase for like once we activated the Konami code, and that was like you entered the code, right? I'm gonna not do that. You don't know. You don't get to know about that. Yeah, let's not. You know, I'll keep that one. Right? Because that way Josh knows if like somehow the debug mode accidentally got activated. Yeah. Or maybe some random player is gonna stumble upon this accidentally somehow, right? So we'll keep this one. We'll keep that one because the feedback is kind of necessary. But after that, I don't fucking care. Okay, so I do want to make it a phrase that I do want to make it a phrase that okay, let's try that. Reload. I don't know if this is gonna work. Because, well, let's just see what happens, right? This might not work because we don't want to accidentally quit. Okay. Okay, let's try that phrase. I got another secret phrase. I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to go reload. I'm going to try that. Let's see how that works out. Okay, let's go run this. Yeah, I want to stop the current incantation. Okay, so now, obviously you can guess what that key is and that key. And then I'm going to go. Okay, so that's not going to work. Okay, but what if we do this? Will this work? Yeah, I don't want it that way. No, never mind, never mind. Okay. Let's quit. Okay, reload. Okay, let's try this one. Okay. That works. And now, if you go to the bedroom, okay? Now, let's make sure that we do not, let's make sure that the debug keys are actually, so if we go over here, right, immediately, and we go 909090, nothing happens, right? Okay, cool. Yeah, all right. So, we're ready to kind of make like a YouTube short, and I'm gonna build this as 2 hours, because I'm gonna film the video as well, and we're gonna do a little YouTube short about this, right? Because now we have the code, and it's doing its thing. Cool. So now I'm going to stop this, and I'm gonna go Control S. I learned some things. Cool. And we're going to keep this open, though. We're not going to close it, because we're going to film a YouTube short with it. But, yeah, this is done. Okay, so I'm going to get out of here. See you later. Yeah. All right, cool.